Space News is brought to you by General Motors of Canada and all of its divisions.
That Savannah can take on its own persona depending on what you want it to be. If you want it to be spooky and scary, it can be that.
As she's standing by the light looking at her, suddenly it dawned on me I could actually see through her.
Halloween is time for ghosts and goblins and zombies. And also it's a good time to make money off the fears of these creatures. But one professor from Laurentian University in Sudbury says perhaps all these creatures and images that you see are up here.
But it's important to emphasize the person's not lying. And they're not psychotic. This is a normal response. Once the experience occurs, it is a real experience to the person. The big question is, what's the stimulus that produced it? What we've been simply doing is exposing individuals, normal individuals, to conditions that are similar to the natural condition where the sense presence occurs. We put them into a chamber, an acoustic chamber. It's very quiet, like being in your bedroom at 2 o'clock in the morning. We turn off the lights, very much like being in a quasi-sleeping condition. We allow the person to relax. And then we apply, without them knowing it, certain types of complex magnetic fields that increase the activity in the right hemisphere and allow these experiences to flood into awareness. And when they flood into awareness, the person experiences a sense of presence. This is an acoustic chamber, a commercial acoustic chamber to minimize the sound so that you can free hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of neurons to be recruited into the patterns generated by, in this case we use the helmet, the solenoids. This is a device which allows fired patterns of sequences in such a way that you interfere with the fields associated with consciousness and you begin to slow or speed up subjective time. The idea of feeling that you are close to a spiritual entity or a being at least once in your life is actually so common it's normal. That doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't exist. What we're more interested in is the areas of the brain and the patterns of activity that generate the experience.